All right. Here's this week's code challenge. We're going to call it FizzBuzz challenge. And the challenge is create a function that takes a number as an argument and returns fizz, buzz, or FizzBuzz. So if the number is a multiple of 3, we want the function to return fizz. If the number is a multiple of 5, we want the output to return buzz. If the number is a multiple of both 3 and 5, the output should be FizzBuzz. And if the number is not a multiple of either 3 or 5, then just return the number itself. And here's a few examples. So we're going to define our function and call it a FizzBuzz. So if we put the number 3, we'll get fizz. If we put the number 5, we'll get buzz. If we put the number 15, we'll get FizzBuzz because it's a multiple of both 3 and 5. And if we put 4, something that's not a multiple of either 3 or 5, we just get that number. So without further ado, let's get coding. All right, so first we'll start by defining a function. So define FizzBuzz, and we'll just give a variable n. Okay, so for a number to be a multiple of either 3 or 5, that means when you divide that number by 3 or 5, the remainder of that number should be 0. So how do we do that? Well, first let's do the multiple of both 3 and 5. If n divided by 5, divided by 3, if that gives us 0, that means there's no remainder. And that number divided by 5 becomes 0, then we want to return FizzBuzz. Else if n divisible by 3 is a multiple of 3, and again if that equals 0, that means there's no remainder. Then we want to return fizz. And if n is divisible by 5, it's a multiple of 5, we want to return buzz. And anything else falls into this, so we just want to return the number itself. So let's run that cell real quick. All right, so let's check our function. So let's start with that 3. So fizz buzz 3, run that, returns fizz. Fizz buzz 5, returns buzz. Fizz buzz 15. Fizz buzz 4. All right. So there you have it. And just a little extra credit here. We can do a quick if statement, let's say from numbers 1 to 100, to see how many of those numbers are divisible by 3, divisible by 5, and divisible by both 3 and 5, or not multiple of either. So let's do this real quick. So for I in range 1 to, let's just do 1 to 100, and we can just replicate the above here. If I multiple of 3 again equals 0, and I multiple of 5 equals 0. And let's just say print 3 and 5. So L if I is a multiple of 3 equals 0, print of 3. L if I is a multiple of 5, and again the remainder is 0. Let's print that number, and everything else just print I. So let's see what we get here. Alright, so we see that 3, see that 15 is a multiple of both, 30 obviously, 45, 60, 75, 90. Pretty cool, huh? Also, I added a few links in the description below that helped me solve this this challenge for the week. All right, this is the end of this challenge. Thanks for watching and learning with me. Please share your thoughts and how you would go about solving this challenge. I'm looking forward to learning from you. See you next time.